Have you ever walked inside of a magical forest and thought, wow, there are too many podcasts out there? Well, we didn't!
Phones.
Can I go play Beat Saber?
No.
Please.
We invited you here to talk because we like you.
What are we gonna do? We got any talking points?
Even though you only got half in the popularity contest on Twitter.
We always start off our podcasts. I don't know if you've listened to any, Tanner. But
I listened to the first one a little bit.
Always start them off by finding a nickel on the ground.
we always start
This
off
is a
our
quarter.
podcast with. Can you chill?
I'm sorry.
But we always start.
Have
off
we
our,
started?
But we always start off our podcast with
Are we
Alex
recording?
screaming hello. So if you could just
You're
Imitate
You're-
that.
You're in his spot.
Alex
yeah.
at work, so you're a replacement. So if you could just imitate that, a very hearty hello.
Hello.
all right, you've ruined it. You've ruined. And we're not doing that ever again. That's
All right,
the last
podcast is
level.
Should I
canceled
just
forever.
shut the mixer off?
No, don't do that. All right.
I'm
so
sorry. I'm a failure. Go.
All right,
no.
let's
All
go.
right,
Let's go
everybody.
in the garage and ring Tanner's vocal
We don't
cords.
have a garage.
Let's
In
find a
fact,
garage.
Yeah, this house doesn't even have a garage.
What-
I don't know that our neighbors have them either.
Well, wouldn't
You
wouldn't
don't need a
consider that,
garage.
like,
These houses were built in the '60s.
wouldn't
so,
you consider
like,
that like, I don't know, the roof out there?
Yeah,
Oh,
that
that's-
will- Isn't
I
that
mean,
like
it's
unstable?
Like, it's like sideways. Like,
Yeah.
like you can't even put a car in there.
yeah,
It's
isn't that
impossible.
unstable?
As far as I'm aware.
Yeah, because we were talking about it when Zay was down here when we were going out to eat, or it was either that or when we went to the drive-in, and I was like, me and Zay were like, oh, we should hang out here and have fires, and either you or Alex was like, oh yeah, that roof is like very risky of it just collapsing on you. So we were like, well, that idea's out.
All
Are
right.
so hypothetical?
Now we need to introduce ourselves. All right. So
Hypothetical. What do you mean hypothetical?
If you could introduce yourself, would you or would not?
Who?
There's your hypothetical.
So we'll do the hypothetical in a second. First off, we have a guest. Our second guest, our buddy Tanner, the guy we've talked about in a couple episodes. How he's just kind of a maniac and doesn't.
Someone's car's
Stop
going
moving.
off.
Wait, you calling me a maniac?
Yeah.
No,
What are you
whoever
talking about?
whoever just honked their
What-
horn is a maniac.
What are you calling me, man?
We call you a maniac because, like, I found out that apparently you, Chill Boy Tanner, real master with the Google, can take down literally anyone.
He's talking about the wrestling thing.
Yeah,
That was back in middle school. I don't know about now.
Yeah, it's just because he could wiggle
That's-
out of anyone's
that's that.
grass.
You have like untapped potential still hidden within
Yeah,
you.
Tanner, you know how you said you're looking for your right thing? WWE.
Yeah, unlimited potential. I haven't got my rank yet, dude.
WWE's fucked up.
It's also scripted.
I know it's scripted.
Yeah, but it's cool.
That's why it's
Yeah.
fun,
It's not cool.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
They hold fucking like razor blades in their knuckles so they can cut themselves so it looks like they're bleeding. Well, it doesn't look like they're bleeding.
Hey, they're committed.
They are
actors.
I was
They
about to
are-
say that's some good show work right there.
They
I've
are-
never seen.
they're
Wait,
on
show me like
level.
a clip of this. Like,
No, they
what-
hold
I've only
razor
seen
blades.
like
I've never
a few.
seen. I've only seen like the fake like slamming and stuff on the
They are
deck. That's all I've
A-list
seen.
I've seen
actors
like the
of
one
our
where the dude's like in the
generation, all right?
coffin and like his opponent's leaning over him and he reaches up and rises from the coffin and gets out.
I've just seen
Rise
like
from
the
grave.
fake slamming on the deck, and then like someone coming out with a microphone, like you're going down. That
There-
and, like, giving,
there's
like, a whole
one-
speech like you're.
Women's
Fuck you, man.
WWE is more fucked up because it's just I know it's scripted, but like there's one I thought it was actually really cool where one of them just like bitch slapped one and then she's like nuh-uh and grabbed her by her hair, dragged her all the way to the backstage, like slammed her head multiple times into a table until it like fell apart, and then she walked back onto the stage.
They actually hurt each other.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But
They just script like their intros and like some things they'll do throughout it.
Which is cool.
so I looked it up, and apparently WWE is now PG, and they don't do that anymore. But they did.
Yeah, that's exactly. I'm like, what are you talking about? I've never seen this before.
in back in the day, they
When The
100%
Rock
hid
was
razor
young.
blades. Yeah, The Rock. He could tell you all about it.
That's cool.
He could tell you. Like,
That's why he's so big.
he's like, my fingers are so big I could hide 8 razor blades.
Well, he was a pro wrestler for a long time, and then he just wanted to start acting. I was gonna say start wrestling. He retired from wrestling to go wrestle.
Oh man, there was a movie with The Rock in it that like it wasn't just another like generic action movie.
Because that's what he's in.
Yeah.
Is generic action movies.
Yeah, but like there was just one that just looked like Far Cry. It was just like you know he had to go back to his like hometown, which was like some Hawaiian village.
Oh, was it that
And-
trailer we saw in the movies recently?
Mhm.
Yeah, that was like a. It was like it's like a spin-off from the Fast and the Furious. It's like Hobbs and Shaw. That's what it's called.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what it's
yeah.
called.
Yeah. Where they were like on the truck and they threw like the wench at the helicopter.
Yeah, and then fucking The Rock was just holding the helicopter and slammed it on the ground.
Yeah.
The thing with that
Like a
movie is that they don't
monster
have
he
cars
is.
now. That's the
Yeah,
whole thing.
they
We don't
keep-
have our cars. What are we gonna do?
We don't have cars, Ma. We need weapons. And they're like, and there's a Hawaiian village with his buddy. He's like, Ma, we need weapons. And she's like, oh, they're behind the fridge.
The Rock just brings out his rampage gorilla.
Wasn't Rampage based off of like a video game
Yeah,
or
it
something
was,
like that?
it was a video game.
Yeah, I had.
I knew it was something like that.
It was
I
one
played
of
it
my
on the
favorite
GameCube.
video games. I
I've
love
never heard of
Rampage.
it.
It was like an old arcade game. There were a couple other like remakes and stuff.
All you do is just climb buildings and just punch the shit out of it.
Yeah, that's all it is. I had a few games like that on the Vive. It's not the same.
Were you
It's
specifically?
very lame. Actually, I don't know if it's just because they're low quality. They're free to play games.
They're low quality.
But
It
they're
doesn't doesn't give the same thing. There's no Dwayne Johnson.
Hey, you pick up a building and throw it, and it's like dink,
0 out of 10.
dink.
There was like a VR game where like VR came kind of newish. It was like you would just play mini golf, but you were a robot, a giant robot, and your like course was a whole city.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, I never
Oh
played
no,
it.
I've seen that actually.
I've never seen it. I've just seen like the game page for it.
I don't think that's exclusively VR.
I want to know if
don't
there's
know.
just a
I don't
there's a VR game that's literally just a simulation of falling, and it'll just give you extreme vertigo. Constantly.
There's a game. Well,
I'm
there's
sure.
a few games like that. There's one where you it's called like some famous dudes like simulation where you're like walking a tightrope between the buildings.
Oh yeah, and the guy died.
Yeah, there's one of those. Then I got a VR game that's like about like it's called To the Top, where you're literally just like your whole thing is like climbing and parkouring around. But that game made me so motion sick. I played it for like an hour and I was having fun, but it got to a point to where it was like you jump around all the time, right? Then it got to a point to where they had the walls move.
Yeah.
And I couldn't deal with it. I literally had to lay on my floor for an hour because my head was spinning so much.
When that movie with the tight ropes, like where the guy's just walking over the thing, and like my dad would look out and saw the trailer, and he's like, "What the hell kind of movie is this gonna be? It's just gonna be like what 15 minutes of him setting up the rope and then falling off." Because like he just went on a rant about how stupid it was when it actually happened. He's like, when he was just talking about like when he was seeing it on the news, he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna walk between the twin towers," and then he's gonna fall off, and then he fell. He's like,
And that was
"See,
a movie?
Yeah, it was a movie.
It
They
was
made
based
a
on
movie
a
about
real
it.
They had
event.
plot in between.
That was a real event.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
a guy died.
Yeah. No, it was just a stunt artist who just wanted to tightrope or between the twin towers, and then he fell.
I don't remember him dying, but I remember seeing that like
I
those
remember him
pictures.
Spelling,
Yeah.
falling.
Yeah. No. It was.
I would bet if he fell, he's dead.
Absolutely.
No.
What do you
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. No. It was a real event. He died.
We fucking
didn't-
passed out from shock before he even hit the ground.
He didn't like land on like a
Big marshmallow.
No.
a thin layer of grass.
Why didn't anyone put down a pillow?
There's an episode of Phineas and Ferb where Dr. Doofenshmirtz is falling from Big Ben. He's like, "Oh, just land in the water. Keep my legs straight." And then he just no. He doesn't keep his legs straight. He does a cannonball and he lands like halfway through the concrete. He's like, "Ah!" And I'm like, I know it's a kid show, but he's dead. like seriously.
No, like
but-
explode on impact, dead.
yeah, no, it was funny.
Bounce.
Well, I guess he was trying. Like they made the joke, like he was trying to do the thing, like what you do if you're like in the military. What they're trying to do is, if you have to dive into water, you have to like cross your arms and like brace yourself and you want to like extend your legs and keep them together, because that way if you break your legs, it'll like absorb the impact of the water, and that way if your legs are broken, you can still have your top half of your body to swim.
Yeah.
So they were making a joke on that.
I don't want to break my legs, dude. I love my legs.
No,
You want to break your legs or your whole body?
Doofenshmirtz, he didn't do the straight thing. He did a cannonball.
No, I'm saying they might have been making a joke like, "Oh, this is what you do when you get the cannonball."
No.
If you had to jump off it was Big Ben.
Yeah.
Would you rather keep your legs straight or do a cannonball?
Well, him being a baby man child, he just.
What would you do if you had to pick? Like this was inevitable.
Like
if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna go out in style.
Yeah, like
Cannonball.
how you would do a cannonball?
Cannonball. See how big it is.
No, you remember
How big of
the
a splash you can make on the concrete.
How far my spine can go through my brain.
no, you remember what we would do at the pool, the pencil?
Yeah,
I would do that. It's where you just stand perfectly straight, stiff.
At the end, it doesn't matter because you probably just die fucking instantly.
No, I do it, but instead of like dying, I just like land perfectly. There's no like bounce or anything. I'm just like laying on the ground.
I'd like to think.
I walk away.
I'd like to think that if Ian Pencil dived off the Big Ben, instead of him just exploding on concrete, he split it and it acted like water.
I have the swim fruit.
Oh, you get like the painting, like in paper. Super Mario 64, when you jump into a painting, you get that effect, that water effect on the ground.
No, you just see my bottom fucking my shins go through my knees, and I'm just like 3 feet shorter, and that's just how I live.
It seals back up and you suffocate, but
I want to see him just disappear into the concrete and just see a splash.
you'll see a splash of something in real life.
Man's suicide attempt has left scientists baffled.
Okay.
Back to what I was saying. 1 quarter for your Discord account. Give it up. Come on.
That's about my Discord account.
That's what our Discord is worth.
Give
a quarter.
1 quarter. I want ownership. Give it to me.
I found out we have a Patreon now.
Why?
I made one.
Oh, okay. Why?
I found out that we have one.
I found out we have one. I made one.
Ian.
Check out this new cool site,
God.
CSGO Lotto.
Oh, okay. Ian.
Wait,
Win big.
You like made one.
Hold on.
He's giving you the T-pose. Cool out.
Ian, out of nowhere, your voice just went super fucking loud. Holy shit. Just start talking.
So, I'm trying to think.
No, I was gonna say, like, did you make it like a while back and forget about it?
No, it was yesterday.
So why'd you say, "Oh, I found out"?
Oh, we have a Patreon now, and the way you like brought that up, it made it sound like it came out of nowhere.
Yes.
Like I got an email just like, "Hey, guess what?
Hey,
Literally,
you won a
your
Patreon
words-
account.
Your words, quote for quote, are, "Hey guys, just what I just found out. We have a Patreon."
Oh yeah, guys, you should go check it out.
Just saying."
Did you win it on a fucking Gleam giveaway? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, no. Yeah, apparently.
We're famous
thought,
now?
For whatever reason.
Sick.
I guess
That
I
YouTube
thought
ad did wonders.
that
hell
the
yeah, dude.
For whatever reason, I thought that it was $20. I saw something. I guess it was for like a premium membership or whatever the fuck. I don't know.
Mhm.
But like, yeah, I just need to set it up more. But yeah, we have a Patreon now.
Mhm.
Eventually,
So what are we gonna put over
What
there?
are we gonna do with the
if
money?
people give us $1, then
They get a sticker,
no, they get a
gold star.
They
A
get an
shout
email.
out?
no, they can ask questions.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, that's fair.
We can give them a phone number.
For
They can call
$2,
in.
2 questions.
We can do-
$3?
100 questions.
100 questions.
We're not very good at the.
The 100 question podcast.
We don't have the
Who
the
wants to
whole
give us
kinks worked out
$100?
yet.
That would be a whole podcast.
They'd be doing work. They'd be giving us questions. They'd have to write down 100 questions.
Yeah, we can.
I don't
do
think
like,
anyone has
do like a
100
20
questions for anyone.
If anyone does give us money, we're gonna use it. It's all going towards equipment or an office.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, donate so we can buy a pen.
A pen?
One
Pen.
I
That's the
can go
basic.
out-
That's the most basic equipment I can think of.
A pen.
Is
what
a
the
pe-
fuck?
I'd argue a pen is more intricate than a paper.
You can write on anything.
Donate
I
so
don't
we
know.
can
Do
buy
you know
a
how
pen and a paper.
is made? You need a whole
Hard.
factory for that.
Pen.
Don't you just need like a tree and some good grip.
You roll it out.
really hard.
You just it's like it's juices.
Yeah, you get a tree and then like a giant rolling pin. You roll out.
I remember when the teacher told us, because
And then
like
bleach it.
a group of kids in like 3rd or 4th grade at my school, one kid like took a bite of paper and he like ate and swallowed it and he didn't die. And the teacher told us, "Oh, that's made out of trees," and he thought like, "Oh, a tree was gonna sprout out of him." So we were all like,
Uh-oh.
"That's an F in the chat." We all were like,
That's an-
we were all, exactly. He was
F's
like,
in the chat.
he was scared. So we were all like, "Man, sucks to be you."
F's on the whiteboard.
Exactly.
man.
Yeah, we were all like, "F's in the chat for you, man. It was nice knowing you."
F's on the smart board.
F's on the smart for this.
Hey, can I have your cheese sticks since you're not going to, be around?
Can I get your cheese sticks and juice boxes, dude?
cheese sticks? I fucking hated those cheese sticks.
Yeah, they're
To be honest.
garbage.
String cheese?
Yeah,
What,
string
like the
cheese
best
is
of
I
bad
always
lunch?
gave them away. Yeah, at lunch.
I would bar. It depends, because usually on bad lunch days, I would just take. I would bar because you always had those
Don't
people who
do
didn't
it.
like the bad lunch, and I would always just take what they didn't want. So I usually got like an extra PB&J, an extra apple. Marketing.
Man, they've always had like white milk and chocolate milk for like ever at
Any school.
At
in
the
any
school?
school. But like when I was in like third, like in the beginning, like 1st to 3rd grade, they also had strawberry milk
They also
They've
had
always had
vanilla
that.
milk.
and vanilla milk. And
They
I'm
always
I
like,
got the
strawberry.
vanilla. Everything else
"Where's
is
the
trash.
strawberry? They got rid of strawberry.
No, I always
I
went,
don't-
I always went
halfway
for the
through,
strawberry. Strawberry was my thing. If they were out of strawberry, I got chocolate.
They just stopped getting them.
In elementary, I guess I never noticed that. In elementary school, I got, your good old milk, and it was fucking spoiled, and then I never got it again.
I remember one time in like it was probably 5th grade because we were always in middle school and they were out of chocolate milk. So the lunch lady gave him regular milk, and I heard the kid whisper under his breath and call her a bitch.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
like
Bring your own fucking chocolate milk.
Yeah, like they were. He's like, "Can I get chocolate milk?" She's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, sweetie." We're out. He's like, "Fucking bitch."
oh, that's really
I'm like,
mean.
that's not her fault.
Well, I like, and then after that, I got in high school and middle school, I got like
Yeah, once you get into middle
Apple
school,
juice.
it's all about the juice and the slushies.
apple juice.
You just don't get milk. Fuck the milk.
I don't remember what drinks they had in middle school. Would they just give you water? Was that an option?
It was.
Yeah,
There was in middle school you get more options. They probably have this in elementary school now because when we got into middle school, that was when they introduced like the whole slushy machines thing. And I went back to the school to like go vote, and they have like all that shit there now that we had in middle school. So like our elementary school, they have everything there now. In middle school, we would just always either get. I remember it was water and juice and like extra stuff you could buy for $1, which is like the use now. I would get slushies, and we had a soda machine, and this is middle school. It was different in high school. We had a soda machine, but you weren't allowed to use it. You had to pay the teacher the $1, and the teacher would go use it for you because they thought, oh, it's too dangerous.
I want to cut in and say, like, I remember when I was voting. I forgot what it was for. I think it was for like.
I didn't
so
vote
the
for the
senators
president.
or something.
Yeah,
like
I
that.
voted for like
It
the
wa-
midterms.
it-
Like
the
I
mid-
voted for like a
Yeah.
school board and like
yeah, it was the most
yeah,
recent.
like
it was the most recent
like
thing.
like a county
I-
whatever's.
Yeah, but it was. I went there. My dad, he's like, you better go vote, and I'm like, okay. And then so I went down to my elementary school and went to go vote. There's only old people there, and they saw me walk in, and they're like, talking to me, and they're really proud that like a youngster is actually voting because not that many young people vote for whatever reason. And I went up to the stand, and I had no idea who any of these people were. So I just picked whichever name.
That's exactly what I did.
Was
You
the
have like the
coolest.
first thing.
This is
you
why
vote-
people don't vote, because they don't pay attention.
No,
they
the
don't
first
research anything.
It was the midterm. So
They don't care.
The first thing you vote for is like the two parties. Like you vote left or right. But then everything after that is like, oh, county like mayor, then like the education board, and like da 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 da. I had no fucking clue who I was typing in. I was like, Militia White or whatever. You're in.
Browsing Twitter over here. What the fuck?
It's not
Come
my
on,
fault
Reed.
you don't vote.
Reed.
Browsing Twitter.
Have you
Pay
voted?
attention.
You need to vote.
My main reason for voting was because I wanted to go into the old school.
He's doing
again.
research on Twitter. Who to vote for?
I was looking at some girl's ass.
You gonna vote for that ass?
Reed, you are engaged.
No, I don't think I can. Well, it's on my feed. Someone else liked it. I didn't.
Next fact.
She's got Rick and Morty shorts. It's kind of gross.
Vote for that ass, dude.
Have you voted, Tanner? Are you gonna vote in this election?
Have I voted ever? No. Should I have? I don't know if there has voting ever happened yet. I don't know.
I think
Yeah.
more kids,
I did not.
more younger people have been
I didn't even know
are
voting was
gonna
happening.
try and vote more, mainly because we're just memeing the shit out of all the candidates.
Yeah.
So
Everyone,
whoever's the two candidates.
Everyone at
for
my
this-
school's like super hardy, like, oh, I'm left or right. I'm like, I don't give a shit.
I'm in the dead center. I don't give a shit about anything. Left, right, I don't know. I don't care.
all I just know is that Bernie Sanders has a Minecraft Let's Play and
Is that true?
No, they just
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
he was on a podcast and it looked like he had headphones on and a mic going down. So
Oh.
they made it look like he
People
was
keep
playing.
making tons of memes of it. It's great.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I thought for a second you were actually telling me Bernie Sanders had a Minecraft Let's Play.
No, they just
He's got my vote.
He's like playing Amnesia or Minecraft.
Whatever
or
the hell people
yeah.
want him to play.
Yeah, so it'll be like during brutal scenes. He's just
Fucking
like
awesome.
looking. He's just an old man looking at the screen.
That's funny. That's actually really funny.
Well, you
No,
see a
I love
Minecraft
those
dog
memes.
die and he's
It'd
just
be
kind
really funny if there was like a scene in the podcast or whatever it was where he was like visually upset and he's playing and he's just playing some like fucked up let's say Amnesia because you said that, and like a big scare comes out and you just see his face go.
Yeah, no,
No, he's playing Smash and he loses a stock.
he throws his fucking his pro controller. Like,
No, have you seen that? Like
you see
that.
you see game show
No,
up.
have you
and-
seen that gif of him going like? And have you seen the Uno thing where he's playing Uno against himself and he goes like?
yeah. There's just a scene from like I don't know, like an interview where he's like dramatically touching a table, and then they just they take that and then put him in other situations. My
I've
favorite.
seen him playing
Yeah.
Osu, dude.
Yeah, Osu. That's my
Yeah.
favorite. one.
Although not Osu, Taiko, I think.
No, the drums.
The drums. He was going ham, dude.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Playing the big black.
Nobody else has memes like him.
No,
Nobody
Bernie
really-
Sanders
nobody
is like
cares
the
about
top fucking candidate purely because of his memes.
them. Yeah.
The
funny.
memes.
Is he running again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's always running.
Wasn't there a thing recently where he like almost died?
He had some like
Maybe.
heart problem.
He's old as fuck.
He
Yeah,
ain't
he
young.
did have some like heart problem, and he went to
He's like
the
what?
hospital.
He's like 80, 90, 300.
He's probably in his He's probably, if I had to guess, he's probably late 70s to
250.
80s.
something like
The
that.
only thing I know about him that he wants to push is free college, which, whatever.
I don't know.
Do we want to do a hypothetical?
Yes.
Yeah, because
what's
I don't
what's
want us
your
to get like wrapped in political.
Sonic with a knife.
what's your political hypothetical?
Okay, so if you could have, Tanner just gave me this idea.
No.
Oh,
Because when I brought that up specifically to get off that topic, I didn't have an idea, but Tanner gave me a good idea when he was
what'd
like,
I do?
Sonic. So
Sonic with a knife?
Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
Yeah.
If you could add in one other character in one scene, like one other Sonic character,
Yeah.
in some scene in the movie, what would you do, and what would the scene be?
What would the reference be? Who we
Oh.
adding?
Well, who should go first? Who wants to go first?
Lydia
'Cause
can go
I
last.
have mine.
Let Ian go last.
Okay.
We'll start with me, and if you think you have a good one, we'll go for me.
I have
Tanner.
a good one.
Okay,
I have like 3.
I
Then
already
keep going
because
I don't care.
it's in San Francisco, right?
It is in San Francisco.
At least
So
that's where it starts.
so like obviously the like instead of like I already kind of like understand where they're gonna start with this. It's gonna be like it might be like Sonic coming from his homeworld and stuff like that, like Sonic X style.
Yeah.
And but like I would like to see him literally a helicopter above above and then him
City escape?
and
Yeah,
escaping
I was about to
and
say
then,
he has to like
and-
jump through the portal and like hit the
and
helicopter.
Big the cat's inside the helicopter, and he's like, fuck off, and then he like falls to the city, and then his city escape. And then he runs past the cop, and he's just like, whoa.
It would be such a missed opportunity if they don't do that scene, because you don't need any of the characters to be in that scene.
No.
No.
I want to see him get
like,
chased by that truck
unless
They just need him to fall from the sky. That's it.
with
Yeah,
a
pretty
with a
much.
piece of the helicopter, so we
before
can ski down.
that would be my scene. But before we
Can we go on the line?
Before we continue, I think that one scene with like Eggman where he actually looks like Eggman,
Yeah.
and he's like in a deserty like area and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think he actually like when Sonic goes back to his homeworld at the end of the movie. That's what I think, and Eggman follows him, and he actually becomes like
Eggman.
Eggman.
Yeah.
and then that's where everything kicks off from there. So that's my theory.
Okay. So
Who's becoming Eggman again?
it's Jim
Eggman.
Carrey.
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey's playing Dr. Robotnik.
I want to see him get like teleported to that world, and then like they fast forward like a couple years. And
I
then
think
just
that's what they're gonna
massive-
do. I think that scene is gonna be the end of the movie, and I think they're gonna make another.
I agree
I
with
hope
that.
they do at least one more.
They're gonna try to. That's more money.
If they're
There's been leaks of there being Shadow.
They're probably gonna make a lot of fucking money with this.
They
this
asked on
movie.
Twitter. They asked on Twitter the other day, like their official Twitter, what other Sonic character would you like to see, or what do you hope from this movie? And I said, can this please be the start of like an MCU type of thing with Sonic movies? And the first one being Sonic, the second one being Shadow, the third being Knuckles.
Adventure.
if I got
Yes.
if I got to pick a cameo or quote unquote cameo, but another Sonic character to appear in that movie, at the end of the movie, I would really like it if the movie just like pans over to a tree and you hear the fucking Shadow the Hedgehog music, and it just like boots up for the game to be like the next movie.
And the apocalypse comes
Yeah.
down,
and then all the aliens start
Fucking
swarming.
dark alien.
You
and
see-
it's
you
like
s-
to be continued, like really dark and edgy for no
No,
reason.
I seriously have high hopes that Shadow will be the post-credit scene.
Oh
Whether
my
they follow
God.
the actual story where the government has him like in lockup, or if he like at the end of the movie it's him picking up one of Sonic's hairs and him's like,
No, he's falling from the sky and he's just like, who am I?
The ending. What if the ending credit scene is just a military soldier being shot by a green bullet from the aliens, but you don't see the
Oh.
aliens?
I was about to say green bullet.
Yeah, they shot like it
You
was
just
green.
see
They shot plasma.
Well, like
green plasma.
goo
Green.
bullets.
Yeah, but I was like green bullet. What the fuck?
It looked like it had a bullet in the trailer.
It's a
I
gun.
played the video game.
Gun shoot bullets. Give me a break. I would want Shadow the Hedgehog, just because I really like that game, because it's fucking goofy.
Shadow the Hedgehog is probably one of my favorite Sonic games.
No, I have an emulator that I downloaded like a week ago, and I haven't emulated it yet because I was still playing Adventure 2. But I plan to play through all the games that go in that timeline from Adventure 2, then Heroes, and Shadow the Hedgehog.
Me and Alex still need to play Shadow the Hedgehog together.
I would definitely pick Shadow the Hedgehog, and specifically from the game, because that would be goofy.
If we're talking like character-wise, who's the most likely to get another appearance, it would definitely be Shadow the highest.
I want it to end with Shadow cocking a gun that you don't cock.
An MP5, just like
Yeah. For
like-
no fucking
and
reason.
He
then
cocks
just
like an
flies
M16, like you cock a pump-action shotgun.
No.
And then
How would you even do that?
You don't. They did it
He's
just to be
that-
all
He's that cool, Tanner. You don't understand.
you give him a fucking
Like they
Desert
literally
Eagle
break the
and
gun.
All right, Tanner, what's
All
your
right.
You see like the
Oh, sorry to cut you off. My secondary would be Rouge, because I want to see how they deal with big bat titties.
How would they do that?
I don't know.
There is
my
no
goodness.
way.
There's already porn of Sonic, like as the
Yeah,
character.
the
but,
Shagman.
like,
Shagman.
yeah, and like, what would they? The internet would explode.
No, as soon as I saw the Shagman thing, I'm like, God, if they even gave you a glimpse of Rouge, the
They'd
internet
make-
would have a fucking field day.
so much money off of that.
Oh,
Are
yeah.
you kidding me?
they just gotta put her at the end of the
I
trailer.
would
It's like
pick-
I'm going.
If someone actually asked me, I'd say Shadow. But if I had a second choice, I'd pick Rouge just to see what the hell they would do with that.
Oh yeah, yeah. It
Absolutely.
probably. I don't know, but Tanner.
I don't really know if I have like a person I want in there, but I just want to see like you said, they were in San Francisco or something, like in the city or something, and I just want them to like pan over to see Knuckles flying through the city and Sonic's like, "What are you doing here?" And he's like, "I'm looking for the emeralds, dude."
No context. That's,
Yeah.
that's the only time
Yeah,
he's in
he's
the
flying
movie.
through the air
You
just
see him
looking
in-
for the emeralds.
You see him for 3 seconds to say that.
Yeah.
Like during a montage sequence.
I don't know about like they're in a chase scene or something. They just
Yeah,
pan
like
over and
they're
they see
go- like-
Knuckles flying through the city looking for
Like,
emeralds.
like I said, like a montage. We're going from place to place, and then one of the coaches, you just see Knuckles he's not even flying, he's just running, and he's like Knuckles, what are you doing? He's like, I gotta find the emeralds.
He's looking for the shards of the emerald, dude.
It'd be funny.
I would
be
love to
awesome.
see that.
I'd like to see him fly like in the background for no reason.
Knuckles doesn't even fly. You know I
he
told you the
glides.
canon thing. Reed, you know what the Tanner, you know what the canon thing is of how Knuckles glides? He
Yeah.
catches air in his dreadlocks.
That's weird.
That's the canon thing as
How's
to
that-
how he flies.
That doesn't make any fucking
That
sense.
doesn't
No,
make
it
any sense
doesn't.
at all.
But it works.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I just want to see him like that cameo of him looking for the emeralds, him just getting really frustrated because he can't find them.
I love that as well.
All right.
Is it me?
No, it would be Josh.
I mean, Josh already kind of went, didn't he?
Well, he said City Escape and Big the Cat.
Oh yeah. So
Is that yours?
Yeah, that's
You
mine.
just went
That's
before.
yours?
You didn't. You just
He went
didn't
out of
go in the
order.
order.
He went out of order.
Ian, it's
How
your
dare
turn.
you?
That's why I was confused. I thought it was going from him to you to you.
Well, I said start with me because he said he had a good idea.
And then he just went on with the idea.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess
Alright.
it's your turn, Ian.
Now I'm the most biggest diehard Sonic fan in this group because I read the comics and I love all the game, or I play all the games. Love is a different word.
Sonic
So I've got
was-
5 scenarios in
you-
my head.
You love it.
you secretly
Maybe not
love
the games
everything.
because some of those games are definitely doo.
Yeah, some of those games are definitely
What are you
doo-doo.
talking about? They're all golden, dude. They're
Dude.
all great.
Sonic Forces.
Masterpieces.
Sonic Forces.
No, Sonic Forces. I was so they
Sonic-
brought Chaos back and you didn't even fight him.
I know what the hell was with
No,
that.
I saw that. I'm like, you don't even fight the fucker.
He's in the trailer. Why isn't he in the game?
You
That's all
don't
he
fight
is.
him.
He's in the trailer.
As
He's
it-
actually.
You
not in the
literally
game.
fight. They brought back Metal Sonic, Shadow, Chaos, and then you brought the fucking dude from the Super Sonic Galaxy game, which I don't know why the fuck.
I know who you're talking
The
about.
big red dude.
The
Sonic
like,
World or
Zavok
whatever.
or
Weird-
something like
weird,
that.
Zavok, that's his name.
From, like,
Weird
Sonic
Devil
World
Girl.
or
Yeah,
whatever.
that dude. Literally, yeah, the first 3 make perfect sense, and then you just have that fucker. I'm like, nobody cares about him. Then
No one played that game.
Shadow, they immediately killed it off. Metal Sonic, you had an actual fight with him, but it wasn't really that good. Chaos, they killed off, which is what I was most anticipated for. Because that thing's a demigod.
They didn't kill him off. He just didn't show up.
They killed him.
There were 2 boss battles, and I think it was the new edgy guy and Metal Sonic. They had
Yeah, you
2
fought-
boss battles that were identical.
Yeah, you fought new edgy guy in space, and you fought Metal Sonic when you got back to Earth.
Oh no.
But back on track. As for the movie, so I have so many scenarios in my head because I'm the biggest Sonic nerd. Nerd. But I'll start with the ones I have in my head just because. Obviously, first one, Rouge the Bat at the bar while Sonic's throwing the darts. They just leave and Rouge is just like, that guy was a freak. Sips a martini.
I could see that. But
Yeah,
she can't do
somewhere-
that. She's only 18.
Oh yeah, shit.
wearing a Hooters outfit.
Yeah, wearing a Hooters outfit.
18's
making a
legal
living.
some places. You just
Some places.
change the location.
I was gonna say that or a strip club, but I highly doubt they're going there.
Wait, 18?
Rouge is 18.
That's 100% legal.
Well, she wouldn't have a
Everywhere.
martini
Drinking.
that's alcohol.
Oh,
For
okay.
drinking.
Oh,
Isn't
for
it like
drinking.
18
Okay.
like Australia? or
I'm thinking about
something?
something else.
They're not
Some-
in
well,
Australia.
some places
I
like-
mean, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Like
change the location, then it's legal.
Well, yeah, Britain is the legal age 17 to drink.
There we go.
Hey, there you go. Just change the location. We're
It's
not
already been
in-
defined
We're
the
not in
mo-
the United States.
It's already
What are
been
you talking
defined that the movie is in the U.S. Second, they wouldn't appear on Earth, but you've seen the baby Sonic thing, how he's going to appear in the movie.
Yeah,
No,
that's just
what?
it was there. It was a separate trailer where it was Sonic as a kid.
It's Sonic.
It was a
younger.
Japanese trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
baby
Japanese
Sonic.
trailer.
So when they first dropped the first trailer, I even when it was Ugly Sonic, I listened to the dialogue, and he says everyone on my planet wanted my powers, and so I imagine that him just being hanging out with Tails and Knuckles and be like, hey man, you can run really fast, it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
And
I don't know about that.
yeah, and I imagine him just being an absolute fucking moron and being like, oh, they want my powers, I gotta get away from these freaks.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the powers thing.
No, if Eggman was from there, that would make sense. But
What do you mean powers though? Doesn't he
They
just
ga-
run fast? Or
yeah,
something?
they fuck the movie. They're doing their own thing. Sonic can just run fast. and they're saying like, oh, it's his power.
I guess it is, but like, it's
well, like,
weird for
he's at the
him
Flash
to like.
now or
Like
something?
if we're talking about like Sonic lore here, like in the world and where they fucking live, like their planet, Hedgehog.
Does every other hedgehog also run that fast?
I was gonna say hedgehogs are known for their speed. Even Sonic's is like completely like fucking mythical, but even so, hedgehogs are like known for running really fast.
But it's so weird the way he talks about it, because I guess you could call it a power, but he talks like it could be taken away from him.
Yeah,
like a devil fruit.
Yeah, like something like that. And it shows that image of him holding a flower in like a cabin or something.
I'd like to see, like Jim Carrey pull over a sheet over of him and Sonic, like just like. He comes out 30 minutes later,
fucking blue,
with and he's like has blue hair. He's like, now I'm fast. Starts running.
That'd be fucking great. So like obviously, the ones I'd say absolutely have the most shot of being in there are Tails or Shadow are the top two for being seen in the movie.
I'd love to see Tails.
100%. If they're doing another movie, they're doing Shadow. Tails, I think we might get to see Tails, maybe. Knuckles, I would say, would be my most wanted cameo, just because fucking the emeralds.
I gotta find the shards of the
emeralds. But like, if there was any other person I'd say could appear, a low level person would be like Amy.
Hasn't that island fallen like
Angel
5
Island?
times?
Something like that.
Something like that.
Whenever you take the emerald, it falls. And like that's a threat to their world because it'll flood the fucking planet.
Yeah.
I don't know about
It should have
shattered
flooded the planet the second it like landed, because it lands in water and creates a tidal wave in all directions.
Yeah.
You don't stop it just because you collect the emeralds back. Like what? That's so dumb. Knuckles is like an idiot because like one time the like Eggman literally tiptoed behind him, took the emerald, and then out of like you know he's like what do I do? So he just punches it and it breaks and he's like shit.
And the guy go find
No, at that point they should be completely fucked.
Yeah. The time before that, Eggman had his like ship overhead, and I guess he did like voodoo magic or whatever to make chaos break out of that fucking thing.
He's
a
like,
giant fucking warship with jet engines, and he's sitting there taking a nap.
Yeah, and then Eggman he sees that he like Knuckles destroys it. He's like, oh. He's like, oh, your problem now. And then he flies away. He just showed up to be a dickhead. Nothing happened.
Gets in his little machine,
But
flies away.
he flooded like all like shores near Angel Island. Just ruined everybody's day.
You stop it by reversing time, chaos control, or some shit.
If there was one I would like
That's
to
how you
see,
stop the tidal
I would
wave,
definitely
reverse
want it to be
time.
Knuckles.
Knuckles?
Yeah,
Knuckles would be funny.
I think we will
I think
see
he'd be really
Tails.
funny.
I just like Knuckles a lot better.
No, I get that. I think if we're going to see one, it's probably going to be Tails, maybe Amy.
It's either Amy
I'd
is
like
who
to
I
see
would
all 4 of them.
Amy is who I would say has the least chance, but still has a chance. Like I highly doubt we're gonna see like fucking Team Chaotix, even though that'd be fucking lit.
No, there's no way Vector the crocodile is going to make an
Team
appearance.
Chaotic.
What if they go there and like
I see Cream.
no? What if they go there and like Sonic's really small, right? What if Charmy's the actual size of a bee and they kill him?
I guess Charmy, comparatively to Sonic, I guess Charmy would just be a freakishly big bee.
Yeah,
I'd be terrified.
Because Sonic's
hate
like 3 feet
bees,
tall.
And
What do you mean bees?
that
What are bees
like
gonna
a
do to you?
giant bee would terrify the shit out
A
of me.
giant bee with goggles that's talking.
Yeah,
Have you seen his face?
I'd run. I'd like Sonic speed.
What would you be more afraid of? The bigger than average bee or the crocodile with headphones?
Bigger than average bee. That crocodile seems lit.
Man, he's got the jams going. He knows what's up.
Yeah.
He's
Okay, what is your favorite Sonic characters?
Characters plural or
Why are we on
character?
Sonic,
Character,
dude?
favorite Sonic character? Because I want to talk about the movie.
Tails.
Tails?
Tails. I really like Tails. I like the look of him and all that stuff.
What about you, Tanner?
I'd probably say the same. Tails, I guess. I don't really have a favorite. I don't know. Tails, because he's nerd with his machines, I guess.
We were making a joke about like, he's like, I have the Sonic outfit that I'm gonna take and that I'm gonna wear for the movie.
Oh
Yeah,
no, for
I'll
the
be his
movie,
sidekick,
I've
Tails.
ordered shit and I'm getting fully decked out.
Yeah,
Oh.
because like I was like, okay, I'm Sonic, so Tanner would obviously be Tails since he's like, you know, the tinkerer and all that stuff. He's the guru of the cool kids. I think Daniel would since he's like kind of a hefty guy.
He'd be Eggman.
He'd be
no
big.
no no.
He'd be big.
No, he'd be Big the Cat, and all he would wear is a belt around his stomach and boots.
And, like cat ears or something.
No, and cat ears.
fucking
And
naked.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. He's naked. He walks out of the bushes next to the movie theater. He only shows up. He's like a country bumpkin, but like he only shows up in society to see the.
Okay, our friend Daniel is a really big and really hairy dude.
So
He's
yeah.
also got Froggy in his hand.
Yeah,
He has a fishing pole and a frog.
he's basically an autistic like a numbskull from the mountains, just wanting to see a Sonic movie.
He walks out of the bushes completely purple, and all he's got on is a belt and boots.
No, not boots, sandals.
Does he wear sandals?
He wears sandals.
Okay, you were saying that's funnier.
We all show up, we meet, we just give out a hearty yell, "Hey Daniel, you ready?" And he walks out scratching his junk, holding a fishing pole and a fucking frog. Yeah, let's see this movie.
Are
He
we?
comes out scratching his stomach and he's scratching off the paint.
What did you buy to go watch the Sonic movie?
What?
What did you get to go watch the Sonic movie?
A hat, a Sonic shirt, which like is something I can honestly just wear at the house, and I want to find some other stuff. I wanted to get. Have you seen like that tweet that Sonic has like a new shoe deal now?
Yeah,
Well,
I did see
not
that.
really like not like the soap shoe thing, but like some companies just make some shoes like that.
Puma. There's a Puma deal for like Sonic shoes.
Is that the brand?
I think so.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. I want to get those. I might get it at the first of the month when I get paid.
I want to get the
I want to get Sonic glove.
the replica of Shadow shoes, like his like
His
Fucking-
skates.
his skates.
His skate
Yeah,
shoes.
you can get them and they look really fucking nice.
Do they have rollerblades in them?
No, they
They're
don't.
Heelys,
Fuck.
dude.
If
But,
you can make them into Heelys, that'd be fun.
No, I looked. I just now found out there's adult size Heelys that actually look good.
Yeah,
and
you
I'm
get
getting.
Heelys.
I'm
I
getting
was
those.
never allowed to get one of those.
Really?
I got
Yeah.
a pair.
I had them, and Tyler could not use them, but I used them like a pro. And all my, I remember rolling down the street, and like the whole neighborhood kids cheering me on because I could do it the best, because I could go on ramps and shit.
Yeah, definitely.
You're gonna bomb the ice. Oh, what's that place called?
The Ice
Like,
Palace.
No, the North Charleston like Performance Center or whatever.
Yeah, I go down there and
No, when you're exiting out the back in that big ramp that you go down, I
Oh.
bombed that on Heelys, and I'm like, hell yeah, dude!
It's nice.
I went so fast.
But yeah, I want to get some other stuff. I might get those shoes, but that's all depending on whether I can use them afterward.
I think for
Like if they look nice for me to wear in public.
Oh yeah, they're nice shoes.
They look good.
There's I think for like, and get back to the movie idea, like in Tanner's Tales, I'm Sonic. I think we said that and Daniel was Big the Cat, and then I think we said that Alec was Shadow.
Yeah, because he's the edgy one.
Yeah, and I think Nathan was Knuckles. And
Just out of curiosity, why is he Knuckles?
Wouldn't he be Eggman? He's the egg guy.
Yeah, he's the
He
egg.
should be Eggman.
they should be
Exactly.
Eggman. I don't know what we said. Ian. I think we gave you Amy.
Why Amy?
or no, we gave Reed Amy. I'm pretty sure
Hell
because like
yeah.
he just kind of like. It just
Oh no,
wouldn't
Ian's
make
got the
sense.
legs. You've got to be Rouge.
Oh yeah, I gotta be rude.
Yeah, we gave someone Rouge. I completely forgot.
I got the most defined legs though. I have to get leather pants
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
no.
and boots with hearts
And
on
then and
them.
we really thought about it. I'm like, there, there's gonna be a lot of freaks coming to
No.
to the movie to their local
Like
movie
100,
theater.
just like off
We're
the
going
bat,
opening night.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
we are going opening
Oh,
night, and
God.
100% we all need to dress up.
Yeah, definitely.
No,
Like, I don't
no.
mean like we talk about this and then don't do it. I will be so fucking disappointed if we go there and not one person doesn't have like some sort of hat or something.
I'm wearing the cleverly named Josh the Hedgehog T-shirt.
You're wearing the t-shirt and the hat, and I'm doing something similar. I want to get the gloves, but then I'm gonna have to eat the popcorn with that.
Josh the Hedgehog, dude. I want you to get like a professional, like well-made commission of Josh the Hedgehog in like some like weird scene or something.
Me too. I want to do that.
But Reed, what were you asking? Who's our favorite characters? Because you wanted to look something up.
Oh no, I didn't want to look anything up. I just don't know. Well, now I
Oh.
know 2 of them. What's yours?
Mine's Silver.
That's right. I actually, if you gave me long enough, I could have guessed that. I like Knuckles.
No, if
Knuckles.
Silver wasn't there, I'd pick Knuckles.
I think Knuckles is cool.
I like Knuckles the coolest, but I just like Silver's abilities and his person.
Which Knuckles do you like? Do you like the one from the original games or the one with like fingers?
I like the original. I like the original
What do you mean
Knuckles.
fingers? What do you look
The
like
one-
before?
Sonic Boom.
The one who's like who
Buff.
punches the emerald and somehow fucking puts it all back together before an island collapses into the earth.
Yeah.
And I guess that shit falls slow, which makes no sense at all.
I guess if you're gonna like nitpick it like that,
there's
I
a-
guess you can just say like it has some chaos energy left in it or something.
Because if an America-sized landmass fell from, well, the Earth would be done.
Yeah,
That-
no.
that's
It's
it.
like it's already burning as it's falling.
Yeah.
I think there's like a scene in one of the games where it actually lands in the ocean, right?
Yeah, Sonic Adventure.
It's like the second Eggman takes it, it's in the
How
ocean.
high up is this to start burning?
I don't know, 50 feet.
Oh,
50 feet. No.
I think
It has
the
to coming from the atmosphere to burn.
we could
Yeah, it has
we
to come
could
from
definitely.
space.
I think the world could handle 50 feet.
Yeah, no. But like if it's saying like lore wise that it's saying that if this falls, the world will be flooded, then it's got to be like
Pretty high out there.
Yeah, it's gotta be high up and big.
Kai's watchtower high.
Go on the wiki. I'm sure they got it there.
They gotta have it like its distance.
Can I get an exact dimension of Angel Island?
I'm sure it's on the lore websites.
I don't know that. I can tell you the lore reason in the comic for Sonic Boom why Knuckles is big.
Do we want to move on from this?
I don't know why we're still watching Vines. What are we going to talk about, huh?
Hold on.
He dead.
No, I remember watching that in school and thinking the exact same thing. I'm like, he's fucking dead.
The Magic School Bus was sick.
Dude, they're going
There's,
inside
I
people.
saw
dude.
like I saw a tweet the other day of like the image from where they were like became fish, and like the teacher turned them into like salmon eggs so they could get nutted on. And it was like that episode of the Magic School Bus when the teacher takes you on a field trip to get nutted on by a tuna.
By a tuna.
I never really watched that outside of school. Didn't you have DVDs for it, Tanner?
I might have.
I didn't. I saw. I didn't have like it at home. I saw it on PBS and stuff at my grandma's.
I never watched PBS.
I only watched it in school.
Yeah, I only watched it when the
I
teacher
did.
didn't
I
know what
watched,
to
like-
do and she put it on.
Between the lions, that show about the library with the puppets of lions and stuff.
Yeah.
I watched that. I love PBS.
Yeah, I remember Between the Lions.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I watched it every now and then.
Cliffhanger was sick.
Yeah, cliffhanger, hanging from a cliff. Then one episode, I remember as a kid, one episode he got off, then got right back on, and I was pissed.
I felt so bad for him.
Yeah, he was always there, and I was like, he finally got down, and he got back. I'm like, why?
Just so you know, Josh, you're going to have to edit out probably like 5 minutes of us just watching Vines on Ian's phone.
Okay, that's no problem.
And the other like 20 minutes of us looking at costumes on Amazon.
There's actual conversation in there between it, but for the most part, it was us looking at.
This will be the Sonic episode.
Yeah.
So.
If we want to keep it on Sonic, then favorite Sonic game.
I've only ever played 2 Sonic games in my life, so
Which ones?
Unleashed and
Bless you.
Shadow.
Shadow.
Man,
Those are
you should
two
get
good options.
You should get Mania. Mania is really cheap.
Mega's cheap and good.
You can
I
also
played-
get it on
I
the
played-
Switch and take it with you.
I played the first game, but like
Sonic 1. Sonic 1's
Sonic
dated.
1. Yeah, I'm like the first level's good, but like after that, I just kind of get
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, eh.
Yeah, I once there's a thing in Sonic Generations where I don't know if you have to unlock it or just beat the game or get all the unlockables, but you get the actual first game. And I decided to sit down there one time and play it as long as I could. I didn't know shit after Green Hill.
Yeah.
I don't really like the original Sonic games because it's all about going fast, but it's like 2D and you're bumping into walls and shit everywhere.
I like
Yeah.
Sonic
It's
too.
more
like
like
you can't see anything in front of you,
memorize-
so you're like running fast and you just hit something.
You basically like
have
as
to
you play it,
memorize.
you memorize it as you're
Yeah.
going through, and then later on,
It's
whenever
all
you've
about
played
getting
Green
through the
Hill
stage as
over and
fast as
over
you
and over
can.
again, you master like where all the spike traps are and stuff
the
like that.
springs.
Yeah. Have you played Sonic Mania, Tanner?
No.
It's very fun.
The best 2D Sonic game is probably maybe you could make an argument for Mania because Mania is really good, but Sonic 3 and Knuckles is
That was also
godlike.
very good.
That is such a good fucking video game.
I hated the fucking plane though. The blimp level. I hated that.
I don't remember it.
I do because there was a part I kept getting stuck on as a kid.
I never played Sonic as a kid or Pokemon or any of the games really. You guys
You
play,
had a side
but I
childhood.
played
Mario?
like I played Mario. I played
the Mario.
But like I grew up on like some Super Nintendo, some mostly PlayStation and Xbox.
Mhm.
But from when I played Super Nintendo, I played like Contra or something like that. So like, yeah.
Man, I feel bad for you. You didn't have Pokemons, dude.
I mean,
yeah.
I had a Game Boy Advanced. I just never had a Pokemon game. Just
It was
weird.
like the second game I got. My first Game Boy game was Donkey Kong Country 2.
I got like this weird Yoshi game.
Yoshi's Island.
I think so. Like where you had to tilt the game,
Game
like the
Boy.
actual Game Boy.
No, I
Is
don't
that
know
a
what
thing
you're
that the
talking
Game
about.
Boy could do?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it was the game cartridge. It would be like this had this like chunk on the bottom. It would have the like gyroscopes.
Yeah,
and
and
stuff
then
inside that.
you basically throughout the entire game you based on like the level as you were going
Yeah,
through.
there's
you
like
would
Kirby
tilt
Tilt
it.
and Tumble. I think is
Yeah.
one
So
where-
it was a Yoshi
where the
game.
cartridge
I knew
has
that
like
was
a
a DS
chunk on the
thing.
bottom.
I didn't think that was a
I didn't know
Game
that-
Boy thing.
I didn't know the Game Boy had it. The only thing I played on Game Boy was Pokemon.
There's also
Yeah.
Game Boy games that
I played-
add Rumble.
I played
There's
Pokemon.
you put a battery in the cartridge.
I played Zelda Minish Cap, and I never beat it.
Mm.
Minish Cap, I beat that. That's a god tier
My
game.
first
I
Zelda
never
game was
even got
Ocarina
past the
of
first area because I
Time.
was so young. I also played Sonic Advance. I really like those.
I'm gonna
Those are
replay
good.
Minish Cap. That game's great.
What's your favorite Sonic game? What's your favorite, Josh?
Of the two.
that
Of
you
the
played?
two, I had a lot of fun with just having Alec get upset with me playing Shadow. But my
You
first
said
one,
you played it, but you played like one level.
I played 3. All right,
Okay.
I made it to like the cyberspace level. I don't
That's
know.
one of the few Sonic games I've never beat.
I beat it twice.
I've never touched
Yeah.
that game.
The true ending.
Yeah, I've gotten it twice because
I've
I got it
never
as a
gotten
kid
it.
and then I played it a few years ago.
Okay, so yeah, I am definitely going to get that get that a try again.
I'm gonna emulate that tonight.
But like Unleashed, I played it on the Xbox, so I got the better version, not the shit Wii one, not the shit Wii one,
Mm-hmm.
I originally
which
played
oddly
the Wii version.
had more like
Werehog.
Werehog episodes, but like I didn't mind the Werehog levels.
I did. They're boring.
Yeah,
they were just
boring, and they were all
beat-em-ups.
like half an hour long.
Really
Yeah.
shitty beat 'em ups.
They were really boring, but like there's one I never beat it because there's this one scene, the one section in Africa where I couldn't get the jump to get to the like halfway, like I was halfway through the level and there was a jump I had to do to get on this ledge, but I couldn't do it. Just couldn't do it. My little boy brain couldn't figure it
You're
out.
not
I'm sure if I
gamer
played it now, I'm like, oh, that makes sense.
When I was playing that
Probably had to
game,
use his stretchy arms to like grab onto the
Yeah.
ledge. You try that?
Well, yeah, but there's like to use the stretchy arms, you can't just grab onto ledges. There has to be a thing,
Like a
to-
marker?
a marker to grab. But there's
Yeah.
nothing. There was nothing there. So I'm
when
like,
I first played
what do
that
I do?
game when it came out and I was a kid, I thought like all the continents on there, I thought that was like actual continents just on the other half of Earth. I thought like the first half of Earth was our half, was like, America, then on the right we got like, Russia, China, Britain, and then I thought, oh, so that's just on the other half of the planet. I was wrong.
yeah.
I was disappointed when I found that out, not because I was like, oh, Sonic was like, I wasn't like, oh, Sonic was wrong. I was like, man, the world's a lot smaller than I thought it was.
I'd say I had more fun with Shadow the Hedgehog, mainly because Alec was just getting pissed off at me for dying so much over little
He just
things.
ran off the edge. Like, what are you doing?
He said you ran off the cliff and then acted like the game cheated you.
Yeah, there's a little key thing, a little like a collectible or whatever. And I'm like, oh, I need that, and I guess like it's leading towards the edge.
No, you don't. You don't.
So
need
I'm
those.
like, I'll just boing. I jump, and I'm like, so there's some jumps in that shitty game that like that's a leap of faith. And they don't like let you know that there's something below you and something like that. I'm like, oh, so this is like that then. So I do that, I die, and I'm like, well, what the hell? And then Alec,
Can you not
he
tilt the camera?
berated me. No, you can't. You can't tilt it down or anything. It's only left and right and shit like that. And Alex just like, you're a fucking idiot. I'm like, all right. To be fair, just so people know, I'm not an idiot. It's old. All right, it's an old fucking shit.
It was a
game
different time.
that 12-year-olds had to like use their imaginations to make it look cool. All right.
Listen, man, I was the first person to get that game when it came out, and we were all in first grade. I became popular.
Yeah.
I became popular.
I remember
Shadow.
I had like, before I had like actual friends, you have like those friends that you'd be like friends with for a year, then when you're in the next class you make new friends. It was like those type of friends, and I looked at like a dude. I was like, hey Drew, check it out. I looked it up. I literally had a mob of people around me.
Nice.
And the teacher's like, oh, it's just Shadow. She didn't see the gun.
Oh.
Didn't see the gun he's holding.
Yeah, she didn't see
Yeah, I
the
was at school. She saw my shadow art, but luckily enough, she didn't see the gun.
She didn't see the gun on the cover.
Oh god, that game.
I've never touched that
No,
game, so
Alec brought this up
It's
like
probably like my favorite.
Alec
God.
brought it up like and when we were going to the drive-in, he brought it up because he started playing like a metal version of the main theme, and a week before he did that, I had looked up gameplay because it popped into my head late at night.
Metal.
No, like it was like a heavy metal remix of the main version,
Okay.
like sung with like deathcore lyrics. But like I had it popped into my head one night when I was going to bed. So I looked up like a long play, just like skimmed through it and looked at parts of it. I forgot how like in depth they went with the edginess. And like whenever you hit something on the menu screen, the sound effect is a gunshot.
Yeah, no. Whenever you press A on anything on the screen, it shoots a gun.
I was like, holy fuck, they went in on that.
Didn't they make the game in like 8 months or something?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It was. I think
All
it
I
was a
know is
short
it's broken
process.
and it's fun.
Around the time that game came out, though, is when the E10 Plus thing came out. So they actually cut out a lot of like
Yeah.
stuff from it. Like they cut out some of the words Shadow was supposed to say because I guess he was supposed to say shit at some point. I don't
Yeah.
think they would have gone full fuck on Shadow the Hedgehog.
I mean,
No.
they should. They
He said, damn,
They
and
should
that was
keep
about it.
would say
the
damn
regular
in hell.
Sonic games, like
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
like nice, like E rating, and then like you know, like with cartoon like antics, but like Shadow the Hedgehog is like rated M, like constant blood, like Gibbs and Gib chunks and all that stuff.
I can't.
He's like, shut the fuck up, Sonic.
No, you want to know the story on you want to know the story on how I got a copy of Shadow the Hedgehog when it was like fresh out and how it became popular?
Yeah.
I didn't get it. I got it like maybe within the month it came out, but I didn't get it the day it came out.
Yeah.
But Tyler, my brother broke my copy of Sonic Heroes, so my dad took me to Blockbuster. This is how long ago it was to get me a replacement copy. And the dude opened the drawer, and I saw Shadow the Hedgehog by Sonic Heroes, and I was like, "Can I actually get that instead?" And like he talked to my dad. And I guess they were the same price, so he's like,
Yeah.
you can buy things.
"My
from
dad didn't look at the
Blockbuster?
rate. My dad didn't look at the
I thought it
rating.
was just rentals.
No, you could buy." My
didn't know
dad
that.
didn't look at the rating of the game. He was just like, well, you got your Sonic game, so you didn't think twice about it. Art of the deal.
Oh my fucking god!
Then my mom came in, saw me playing, and heard him say, damn.
I want to state that I like that game because of how goofy it is.
Yes.
It's really
Not
goofy.
because it's not a good game. It
No.
flat out is not a good game.
I-
But
and-
it's,
hey.
it's like so fucking absurd and goofy.
I
it's
would
fun.
love to see future president like with a a framed picture of
Sonic
Shadow
and
and
Shadow.
Sonic, just like yeah.
There's a level in that game where Shadow chases after the president and guns him down.
and guns him down like
There's because you get to fight.
I'm pretty sure that level isn't canon. Because at the end of the game, he saves the world.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's not, but
By killing the president.
because it has alternate endings or whatever. There's endings in the game where Shadow kills Eggman, and there's like a scene where he has all the emeralds, and then Eggman's like, "Well, what are you gonna do now?" And Shadow's like, "Well, Eggman, I'm gonna send you straight to hell," and then he kills him.
Like literally just like pulls out an M16 and guns the fat bastard down.
You
Just
see him like it's like a karate chop, but it'd be funnier. And Shadow just pulls out a gun.
You killed him with a karate chop.
He's like, fuck you, Eggman.
No, at the end of it, there's like certain number of levels you play through, and you like the way you, because the game has like a map, and the way you beat the game, you should play every level, and you have to like you do the you have
do
like
every ending.
you have 3 like modes every level. You have like the neutral path, which is just run to the goal. You have the hero path, which is complete the quest for the Sonic character. Then you have the evil quest, which is like do whatever the fucking black alien guy does.
I was watching Game Grumps play Shadow the Hedgehog, and I was watching the part where he's literally chasing down the president of the United States to fucking gun him down. And I'm like, what? That's and like it's just like Independence Day, like at the end of that and the ending of that where they literally drop a nuke on the like.
There's a level in the game where the city is being bombed and you have to run around with Knuckles and defuse all the fucking nukes in the city.
Yeah, and like there's
I never played that level. I never played the president gunning down one either.
Like a terrorist. It's so messed up. The game should be rated M, and I am so upset that it's not.
It was E10. Because there's no blood. There's no blood, so it's all good.
Yeah, it's no
E10,
blood.
It's fine. You can kill the president. It's fine.
Exactly.
Gun
There's
down
no
the
blood.
president, destroy Washington
Literally
State.
bomb the city. And, oh my fucking god.
There's
No,
so
that game
many
is
messed
gold.
up things in that game.
Imagine if that game was
It's
well put
so
together.
Cool.
It's not. It's not cool.
It's so
No, it's
cool.
awesome. I think if you look at the actual like premises of like the main story of like, because the whole thing is like about how Shadow was made, and he's like a half satanic alien. Because Shadow,
Shadow, no! Don't kill the president. We voted for him.
Why are we
He's
gunning
like,
on the president?
I vote for
because you
Reddit
chose
now,
the evil
Sonic.
path.
You
You
choose
chose
the,
the evil path, Tanker. You
I
have
vote-
to kill the
I
president.
vote for 4chan now.
oh my fucking.
How do you think a voice actor felt sitting in that booth recording these? He had to have gone like, I am now doing. What the fuck am I saying?
he's probably having a fun time.
He was probably having the time
I
of his life.
cannot believe there's a level in that game where you chase down the president.
Oh, and you're like, you're destroying like the world around you as you're doing it. You're
Yeah.
killing like U.S. soldiers and like the secret police and all that stuff, and then you finally get to the president, and you're like.
You karate chop them.
Well, you don't gun him down. What you do is he's in like a getaway ship, like a space shuttle or something.
Yeah.
And then you gun that down, and he explodes.
Yeah, which is. Oh
It's
my
fine.
God.
You don't see him die. It's fine.
You
He
don't.
lived,
There's
right?
no blood.
It's
No
upsetting
blood.
because he has a picture of you on his desk.
Yeah, I was about to say, like,
Well, that's
he's-
the evil path. It's a good thing the
If
canon
I ever
path is
am,
good.
if I am ever the president, I'm gonna have a picture of Sonic and Shadow on my desk.
It's so cool. It's
and not
it just
together,
has
two
to
separate
happen.
pictures on either end. So.
No, the picture in the game is like them in front of the White House, and like Shadow's like sitting there cross-armed, like edgy as you, and Sonic's like, yeah, radical.
Oh my god, I'm gonna
Oh.
cry.
No, but when you look at the actual like plot line of like what it is, because it's about Shadow getting his memory back after fucking falling from orbit and getting a concussion,
Yeah.
and him like remembering who it was, and at the end he's good. So I think like the premise of it is actually pretty cool, especially because it shows you like how he was made and what. Because Shadow was originally supposed to be a cure. In terms of ultimate life form, they meant his blood was supposed to be like a cure-all.
Yeah.
Because like his friend Maria, she basically had something like AIDS to where her her immune
Space age.
She had
Yeah.
like space age.
Yeah, like her immune system was like deteriorating constantly, so they had her in space away from all bacteria.
Space AIDS.
Yeah.
So like that's his original concept. But then the U.S. government.
But then the U.S. government put a gun to her
They
head
rolled
and, like,
up. They rolled up and raided her and shot the little girl.
Yeah, like
No,
like,
that was before they
Shadow
did that.
Was,
Before they
Shadow
did
was
that.
in a space pod, and he's like Maria, and then they literally like blood splats against
Yeah.
the skin. Like a 13-year-old girl like just like goes like limp against the glass, and then Shadow's just like ah!
Oh my fucking
Literally,
god.
What
That game's
the-
for 10-year-olds. You hunt
Yeah.
down the president, and a 13-year-old girl gets slaughtered by the military.
Oh yeah, it's so messed up.
Not
It
just
should,
her,
it should
many,
be a movie.
Not just her, like the whole space colony was killed. What they did was like what it is in the story. Fucking, he was making.
They need to remake it.
They do. They need to make.
HD
That's what they.
remake.
That's like I said. If they make a sequel to Sonic, they need to make that movie the movie about Shadow.
I swear to God, the next few years are like they're gonna like. Sure, they could continue with like expanding the Sonic universe and stuff like that, but
Look,
they
whether it-
have the opportunity to reboot and remake the old Sonic games.
Well,
and
they're
make them
talking about that.
good.
They're talking about that.
Yeah,
And like, there is one single truth in this whole thing. The Sonic movie is going to make a lot of money.
oh yeah,
Oh,
It is going to
yeah.
be a blockbuster.
it's gonna be like one of it's. I swear, it better like do so much better than the Emoji Movie ever did.
Oh, absolutely, it will.
100%.
No way. The Emoji Movie is great. What do you mean?
No.
It's a masterpiece.
Like when it comes to sales,
We were a group of teenagers taking up a whole line
we
of
were
seats.
20. I'm pretty
not
sure
teenagers.
some of
We
us
were a group.
20.
We were a group of adult men in the fucking front of the theater for the Emoji Movie with a bunch of soccer moms and little children behind us, and we saw a
all
person
around us.
get gripped and killed, and we were laughing our asses off.
Nothing can top the emoji pop, all right?
And Reed's
The
reaction to
emoji
that.
pop. Nathan was. So I have a thing where like when I laugh, I hit myself or whatever.
Yeah.
This was not a funny thing. This was like pure frustration. When I laugh, I hit my legs. In this movie, I was sitting next to Nathan, but this time when they started doing the emoji pop, Nathan was hitting his legs and I was hitting my face. I was so fucking unhappy. I was so upset.
I was laughing so hard because like I think I was next to Tanner or Daniel.
I was sitting by
forget.
Daniel and Alec.
Okay, so I was next to Daniel and
No,
on the
actually,
other
wait,
side,
I might have been sitting. I was sitting by you and Nathan.
me and Daniel.
I was by
were
Nathan.
Alec was-
No, yeah, I was next to
I
Daniel
don't remember
and Tanner.
exactly. I remember
'Cause
you and Daniel were off on your own time having a good time, and I'm sitting there so frustrated, I'm ready to fucking cry.
No,
I'm
I remember.
punching
Daniel-
myself.
Alright.
I
having
remember because
so
I
much
was.
fun.
You were to the right of Nathan. I was to the left.
Nathan wasn't right next to me. Alec was between me and Nathan.
Oh well, then I was sitting by Nathan and Alec.
Okay.
I remember we were laughing our asses off at the when we were in the trash can.
Well,
And we
that
saw
movie-
the Just Dance lady like crying and just
I missed
dancing to
that
herself.
because I drank a large fucking water and had to go pee.
And she's sitting there like mascara running down her face, just doing like the Macarena,
Yeah.
like just like sadly in the dark. And
The,
I'm like,
the
this is
guy
like, what the fuck?
deletes the app, and then she's like crying out to God.
Yeah,
as
she's falling
being
down, just like I
deleted.
don't want to die. And I'm like,
I literally I come back from the bathroom like, what do you miss? And you were all in
died in that
you were all
movie.
in tears, and you finally stopped laughing enough to tell me what happened. And
You
I
show-
can't remember who told me. You're just like, we saw a woman get erased from existence and die painfully.
yeah, we need to show you that clip. It's
I still haven't seen
so
it. I
funny.
still haven't seen the clip.
oh
It's
my
so
god.
fucking.
All I
funny.
remember that was the funniest for me was the fucking they were in like the little virus bar, and the dude's
Yeah.
like he's like the antivirus is like, have you seen these people? He's like, I don't know, maybe something to jog my memory. Then he grips him and kills him.
He squeezes him to death.
I remember that happening. Then I looked down at the I looked down
screamed
at
when we
the
saw
fucking
that.
road to you, and I was like, he's fucking dead.
Me and Daniel were laughing so fucking hard at that.
I was not emotionally prepared for someone to die murdered in the Emoji Movie.
Like, it just came out of nowhere. The whole movie's just like, oh man, I don't fit in here or something like that. And then like they go like jokey Star Wars reference, just like, have you seen these fugitives? And then he's like, maybe you should jog my memory a bit, and he fucking dies.
The
right
movie,
there.
the movie literally goes from emojis being sad because they're being either A, told to be what they don't feel like they are, or B, they're not popular emojis, to them going on an little dimensional quest to go to the fucking internet and a person getting murdered and getting a bar full of people killed.
We were not ready to see that. We were making a huge disturbance when like everybody else is just like, having a fun little family
All right,
outing.
that was a packed theater we were in. And
No, it was packed.
It was nothing but moms and young children.
Like
Like they were we heard
little
the kids
8-year-old kids, and they were like screaming. Like some weren't even watching the movie. They were like, running up and down the halls and stuff like that. And when the emoji pop happened, holy shit! Reed didn't notice, but when I was looking around, all of these kids were like doing like Fortnite dances and doing the emoji pop and stuff like that, moving around, and I'm like, and it dawned on me, we have been screaming during this entire movie and just making asses of ourselves because we're just a bunch of adult men. Like there's like 7 of us filling up an entire row.
Literally, we were in the very first row in front of the thing because it was the only one that was open, and all that's behind us is very young children and moms who were like, "Oh, this is a."
We weren't. I don't think we were in the middle. We were closer to the front.
To the front.
We were like
We were in the very first row, but we were
up at the front.
Yeah, we were close.
And all that was behind us was moms and young children who were actually like digging it, and we were just laughing our asses off at how awful the movie was.
We were laughing our asses off to the death scenes, like when
the death scenes and how like fucked up everything really is and stuff like that.
Oh my fucking god!
They fucking
people made
killed
fun
people.
of like the people like berated all of the actors involved with that movie.
I bet.
But honestly, like I had a fun time. I had
I
watching
had
that
an
movie.
awful time.
That was
If
great.
the movie is actually causing me pain, it's a bad movie.
You're clawing your face off. I
don't think it was that bad.
That was going
I
on.
I thought it was
couldn't-
bad.
I was
I
so
couldn't. I wasn't to the point to where I couldn't
So
sit there and
much.
like I can't do this.
I could not handle the Just Dance scene.
Oh my god, that was the best scene in the
If I
entire
was
movie.
going to have like a fucking emotional breakdown in a movie,
It was so
it would be
funny.
the Just Dance
Because
emoji
the
movie
girl,
scene.
like the Just Dance lady, is just like having a fun time and all that stuff, and then it turns into nightmare fuel as she's like literally being ripped apart from reality. She's like,
they delete the app, and then she's just like
literally like
reaching up, like I don't want to die.
and she's crying her eyes out, and I'm like, holy shit!
She doesn't cry her eyes out there, but they go to the trash can to see where all the deleted stuff goes, and then she's there sitting there in the dark, like mascara running down her face, like just like freaking out, having a mental breakdown in the trash can, all in the dark. And I'm like, what the?
I
Jesus
also,
Christ.
going into it, I obviously didn't look up the characters. It is so fucking stupid that the jailbreak character is in there. Not necessarily her character, but when I first heard that, I was like, does jailbreak even exist anymore? Do people still call it that?
For iPhones,
Yeah.
I believe they still call it that. Yes.
They still call it jailbreak. You did it to your iPad when we were little.
Yeah, no, I had a jailbreaked fucking iPad, but like, maybe I'm just I wouldn't say a boomer, but like when I was watching that, I was like, does that exist still?
I believe they still. I don't know if it's as like popular as it was back in the day, but I think you can still do it. I don't know. I haven't really looked at iPhones and hacking iPhones.
Like
and
how
stuff.
popular? That's like, it's not popular to us, but it might be popular to like the other group.
Yeah, I have
It's
no
like
idea.
that type of situation.
Lion King was bad.
Lion King was
I wouldn't say that was bad. It's
I'm
just
gonna
that it was
say-
the exact same movie.
I'm gonna say it. That was the worst movie I've been to in 2019.
I have not seen it.
It was.
It was just.
I wouldn't call it bad. It's just that it was this exact same thing. So it's like you summed it up best when you left. You're like, it's the Lion King. What can I say?
Yeah, it was the Lion King, but like it didn't have the exaggerated animation that the Lion King
Yeah,
has,
like, whenever
so it
it-
wasn't as good.
like,
as the
whenever
Lion
it
King.
showed-
And
like,
it had Seth MacFarlane in it. So
Yeah,
I'm like,
whenever I thought the voice actors did
no, not Seth
fine.
MacFarlane. It
Who's
was,
Puma? Is his name
Seth
Puma?
Rogen.
Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
I thought the voice actors did fine. It's just that whenever they tried to show them having emotion, it was just like a blank animal face.
Yeah, it was just an
Yeah.
animal. So.
Yeah, it's like when Mufasa dying, I just saw a lion open its mouth. That's it.
I thought that movie would have been more fun than that, but it was not.
No.
No,
yeah,
some dude
no.
released images after like he animated it more closer to like the animation style, and
Mhm,
still
I saw those.
and it looked
That was around
way
the time
better.
when they were doing the edits for Sonic too.
It looked way better.
When everyone was doing their own Sonic versions and stuff.
Oh
my
yeah, we
fucking
should.
God.
What's your favorite Sonic game, Tanner?
So, yeah, Sonic.
Oh
game.
yeah, back to Sonic games.
Back on topic. The real biz.
What games have I played? I played Sonic Colors, which is pretty all right. I don't know if it's my favorite. I would say my favorite's probably an odd game. It's not really a mainline Sonic game. Sonic
The party game.
Mario
No.
at the Olympic Games.
The
Sonic Riders Zero Gravity, I believe.
Sonic Ride. Have you ever played Sonic? No, you fucking haven't, because you've only played
No.
Unleashed and Shadow. Sonic Riders is sick.
I don't know.
Really?
I didn't really like the first one,
Alright,
but
you know
the
how-
second one on
listen,
the Wii, Zero
you know how
Gravity.
they you know how they just made like the
I love
Mario
that game.
You know how they just made like the Sonic kart racing thing, like Team Sonic Racing or like Mario Kart.
Yeah.
It was their take on Mario Kart, but they actually made it original, and it was actually pretty cool.
So imagine, because Sonic is cooler than Mario.
Oh, yeah, in every way.
Mario's better than Sonic, but I don't agree with that statement. But generally, yeah, yes.
Yeah.
But Sonic, if there was a cool meter, Mario would be like an ant, and then Sonic would be fucking Indiana Jones cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Comparatively.
And in Indiana Jones, what is that?
It's a really bad scale.
The ants in Indiana
So
Jones.
Mario
Oh, okay.
Mario had his carts. The Sonic games, they were all on hoverboards.
They had their own boards, dude.
I remember going over to some kid's house and him playing it.
Yeah, instead of them,
It looked really
instead
cool.
of them doing kart races, they were in like a techno neo Tokyo future where they had like airboards and they did
They had
that.
hoverboards.
That's fucking sick.
The gameplay sucked, but the concept was really cool.
Now, what do you mean gameplay? I don't know about the first one, but Sonic Riders Zero Gravity on the Wii.
No, playing them again.
I
it
love
is-
that game.
You can't do it.
What do you mean you can't do it?
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
I tried to download the first one and I did not like it, but it's been a long time since I played Zero
I
Gravity.
know,
It's
been
the
a
thing. It's the thing because like the only one that like wasn't had like old GameCube graphics was like the one they make for the Kinect, and that was
The Kinect
garbage.
one's trash. Because
Yeah,
the
it
Kinect
was,
is trash.
It was terrible. It was because of the Kinect.
You couldn't even play it. It's
People have
broken.
said multiple times if they just had remade the Kinect one where you just played it with a controller and had good online, people would actually play it.
Which sucked because like that killed that franchise. That
No,
Kinect
when they
game.
just made the because they had original characters in the Riders games and they were actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
the
so when they made the
birds.
new like kart racing one that they just made, everyone was just like, "Why didn't you just make another fucking Riders?" Because literally they just made like another Mario Kart, and when they had their own solution to Mario Kart, they just didn't want to put forth the effort to make like a good version of it.
I would see if they announced another Sonic Riders compared to a kart racer, I would definitely buy a new
No,
Sonic
I would
Riders.
be genuinely excited if they
yeah.
did another Sonic Riders. It got to the point till like last year, I was so like curious about that, and I heard they were like talking about a racing game. I was like, are they doing another Sonic Riders? I'd be genuinely excited for that.
And then they put out Transform.
Yeah.
I haven't played it like anytime soon, but I remember playing it originally, and then like a few years later I went back to it and like completely finished the game, and I loved it. So I don't know how it stands up now.
I got the new Sonic racing game, the team one, because
Yeah.
I got it on sale for like $10, $12
Oh.
on Steam. Their idea behind it isn't that bad. The idea is it's all about your team standing.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you're
all
next
have
to your
a meter.
teammate, you go faster and you buff each other and stuff.
You all have your like team standing. You'll have a special. The idea behind it isn't that bad.
I've heard it's all right.
It's just like the online for it is dead. Like
Oh.
I only found one race and it was with one other player, and all the rest were computers.
I believe that. Yeah.
But like, if they had just put that mechanic in Riders and just made it, Rider-ish, like all techno and cool, I think it would have done really, really well. Plus, their character selection was so slim and weird.
So I don't know, like it's kind of. I love the techno world of Sonic and stuff like that, but like I don't really know what the world of Sonic, because I know Mario's world. It's like like
Sonic,
Mushroom Kingdom.
they just kind of differ every game, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes it's San Francisco, sometimes it's
Well, San Francisco. Oh no, I guess in the adventure, it's not like Sonic
In
X.
the adventure games, all the way up to Shadow,
sometimes
they had
it's
like
Italy.
Yeah, in the adventure games all the way up to Shadow, they had a timeline going. Then
Yeah.
how it goes is once they got to Unleash, they've started a new timeline.
And then sometimes it's like a
Like
weird
if-
Sonic planet world.
Like, if
and
you play-
the only
if you
human
play-
is Eggman.
If you play Sonic Forces, they'll talk about like colors and Unleashed and Generations.
Yeah. So
But like if you go back and play Shadow the Hedgehog, they'll talk about Adventure 2 and like Sonic Heroes.
I think for Sonic, the world for me is literally just planet Earth, where there's humans and animal creatures, like anthropomorphic creatures that are walking around. And,
Yeah,
Sonic
that's
is
what it
the
is.
fastest.
Well,
That's
if you
that's just
nitpick it in like the comics, they live on their own planet that isn't called Earth, but it's essentially that.
Yeah.
It's like Earth with like magical things, and like there are some humans, but there are like more furry animals. Because like I told you this, in the comic universe, Eggman's actually like a fucking world threat, and like even like the the human government works together with all the other like animal races as nations.
Who also has they have the White House, so it's America.
Yeah,
So.
so like
Yeah.
like Shadow's thing
Washington.
is that he's a secret agent. In the comics, he actually does that for like the human government.
Washington is a place in this planet of Sonic. Washington is real. The White House exists.
Well, that's what's in Area 51,
The
Sonic.
Golden Gate Bridge.
So, favorite Sonic game?
If I'm gonna be real about the one that like have the most fun, I'm gonna say Sonic Heroes. Just because that one was like same thing, everything, but like it worked, and because like it wasn't like every level was like, oh, it's a Sonic level or oh, it's a gem hunting level. You just had everyone at the same time. It was like switch between get over obstacle. It would just be slightly changed for like teams. Like
Yeah.
I remember Shadow's team was hard mode. Amy's team was
Easy.
easy. Sonic's was just medium. Then Team Chaotic's like special task.
Yeah.
Like honestly, I'd say I thought Sonic Heroes was cool and I had a lot of fun.
When did
I didn't,
discover the world?
I didn't have a favorite Sonic game. They're all awful.
But we were talking about how Sonic and Knuckles is god tier.
Sonic,
didn't
Sonic
you
3 and
like,
Knuckles
buy
is really
the
good.
shit at like everything possible that you could when Mania came out? So
Yeah, I bought Mania. Mania was really good. I'd probably say Mania is probably my favorite. We need to sit Josh in a room and get him to play those fucking 3D Sonic games so he can feel the same love and pain that we feel.
Go play Sonic Adventure Battle.
We
and
talked
Alec.
about we talked
Yeah.
about this. We talked about like us uploading actual game content also.
yeah.
And you said me and Nathan need to sit down and play
You need to play
tag.
TAC.
Me
Yeah.
and Nathan need to play tag.
me and Alec are all just me and Alec
Yeah,
are
me
going to be
you
playing
and Alec
Shadow.
they're playing
That's
Shadow.
what we're doing.
And eventually, I want us all to like take turns raising our own child and have like a race to see whose child's not like against each other because we can't do that.
Me and-
Like see whose child's is the best.
me and Alec are.
I mean, we could technically do that. We
competing
could. They have a timer. We time each other.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We do it like that.
My time's
can do
better.
that.
Ha!
set up two
Exactly.
CRTVs and do it that way.
Yeah.
You can screen share on Discord.
No, what we do is we select expert on Chow Karate and see who's can get the farthest.
Should we sing one of the our favorite song from Sonic?
In his world.
I think I only know really one song from Sonic.
Sonic boom, Sonic boom, Sonic boom.
Right, it's just scars. Something.